Sir, good evening, sir. Sir, good evening, sir.
Welcome everyone. Good evening. Thank for today's in STEM Ignite, Inspire and Engage. My name is Ramya. I'm student of Privilege Department. Today is very auspicious day, that is International Women's Day. International Women's Day is celebrated on 8 March around the world. It is a focal point in the movement for women's rights. After the Socialist Party of America organized a Women's Day in New York City on February 28, 1909. German delegates Clara Zetkin, Kate Dunker, Paula Teide, and others proposed at the 1910 International Socialist Women's Conference that a special Women's Day to be organized annually. In 17, March 8 became a national holiday there. The day was predominantly celebrated by the socialist movement and communist countries until it was adopted by the feminist movement in about 1967. Now I call upon Mr. V. Madhu sir, IEEE branch counselor, senior IEEE member, associate professor, IEEE Department of Swarnandhra College of Engineering and Technology, to present the welcoming address.
Thank you very much, Ramya. Good evening to everyone. Happy International Women's Day to all of you. So, welcome to Swarnandhra College of Engineering Technology IEEE student branch in offline mode. First, I would like to say thanks to our management, Dr. S. Ramesh Babu Garu, Secretary and Correspondent, Swarnandhra College of Engineering Technology, for giving approval to conduct activities under IEEE student branch in post-COVID era as per SOP norms. I am also very thankful to our beloved principal sir, Dr. S. Suresh Kumar Garu, for his continuous guidelines. Also thankful to our beloved HOD, S. Sachinarayan Garu, for his continuous support. Finally, thank to all the participants for enlightening the skills. Swarnandhra College got the approval to form the IEEE student branch in the year 2017. We are encouraging the IEEE student members to meet and learn from the fellow students as well as faculty members and professionals in the engineering to share their interests, future professions, and their ideas. We got the approval to form the industry chapter in the month of February. There are 2 more student chapters, Power and Energy Society and Women Engineering Athletic Group approvals also in the pipeline. Thank you very much for your invitation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I call upon beloved Principal Dr. S. Suresh Kumar sir to deliver the inaugural address. I call upon our beloved Principal Dr. S. Suresh Kumar sir to deliver the inaugural address.
On the research area, they asked, sir.
I call upon our beloved Principal Dr. S. Suresh Kumar Sir to deliver the inaugural address.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening, everyone present here.
Good evening, sir.
Today, we have to greet all women, start from mother to wife and daughters, as well as the young technocrats. Every department nowadays, more than 50% women are they are taking a decision. They are running the institution in a higher level. They're really I'm very happy to see their achievements. At morning 6 o'clock, right? All men start their work from the women itself. The same thing, they go by bed, end with the women. So the each and every area, their importance in office or in the nation development, they are really participate. So in this juncture, we have to celebrate their the day with universally. So my best wishes and congratulations to all the members to participate this evening. To convey my wishes to all our mothers, sisters, wife and daughters. Thank you for this golden opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now I call upon Dr. J. Mahil ma'am, Professor of EEE Department, to introduce the guest speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to one and all present here. On the occasion of International Women's Day, once again I welcome you all for this webinar on Women in STEM organized by IEEE Swarnandhra Student Branch. In this beautiful evening, it's my honor to introduce our today guest speaker, Anupma Thankhur, DST Inspire Senior Research Fellow, CSIR, CSIO, Chandigarh. She received BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering from Eternal University, Himachal Pradesh in June 2014, followed by MTech in Nanoscience and Nanotechnology from Punjab University in June 2016, and currently doing PhD in Engineering Sciences in Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research, CSIR, CSIO, Chandigarh. She has received nearly 12 awards, including Young Scientist and Green Innovation Award. She is also a gold medalist in both BTech and MTech courses. Also, she served as a project trainee in Reliance IIT Madras, ICL Chennai in 2014, Eternal University in 2013, and All India Radio Shimla in 2012. She published nearly 21 research papers in various peer-reviewed journals and 17 papers in various international and national conference proceedings, and also published 4 book chapters and invited talks, and also engaged with various leadership roles. At present, she is an active member of 7 professional bodies over the globe. Such a dynamic woman is with us on this International Women's Day. Now, I request our distinguished speaker, Anupma Thankhur, ma'am, to address this virtual gathering. Welcome, ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful introduction. And it's my privilege to be here with all the participants and with all the members of IEEE community. So firstly, I would like to thank the organizers for inviting me here and giving me this opportunity to speak with you all. So to start with today's session, firstly, I would like to extend my warm wishes of the International Women's Day. So I'm happy to see that many of the participants belong to women community. and it's a privilege to be here, and we celebrate women. So I hope my screen is visible. Madhu sir, please. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Visible, ma'am.
Yeah, so thank you so much. I'll be starting my talk. Firstly, I would like to just, communicate to all the audience that this would be more like an interactive session. So please stop me anywhere, wherever you feel like that we can discuss over the points, because let's make it a interactive deliberation. So to start with, I'm here to share my views on to the women in STEM, and highlighting more onto the main 4 points, that is ignite, inspire, empower, and engage. So I'm currently at CSIR CSIO, working as DST Inspire Senior Research Fellow. So to coming to the main focal points is STEM. So by STEM education, we preliminarily we enhance and we talk about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics disciplines. So basically, this STEM is a curriculum which is based on the idea of educating students in 4 specific disciplines, that is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And it is a kind of interdisciplinary and applied approach. So we need to focus on these areas in such a way that some applied research or technology can be an outcome. So basically on these 4 disciplines, we have real world applications which are around the globe and which we observe in the daily life activities. So what are we actually focusing on these disciplines is that science, which actually deals with the intellectual and practical activity, which encompasses the systematic study of the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through observation and experimentations. While if we talk about technology, so it is the sum of techniques that actually inquire and based on skills, methods, and processes, which are actually used in various production and engineering disciplines. And then coming to engineering. So engineering again includes the specific kind of skills, which are based on scientific methods, social, cultural, and economic awareness. And then we also have mathematics as a unique discipline, which focuses on the other activities of maths and science creativity. So coming now, I would like to, request all the participants to just close their eyes for a few minutes and just think what I'm going to say now, next. So I believe your eyes are closed. So the question which I would like to ask you is that, what does an engineer look like? So we can have some, questions and answers in the chat box, or you can unmute and just interact. So what do you think what an engineer look like? So I believe we have few, responses in the chat box. If not, so I'll just carry forward. So I just want you to think that an engineer has a brain, has a mouth, heart, feet, tools, and hands. So why cannot a woman be an engineer? So the thoughtfulness in this point is that why cannot a woman be an engineer or can be a STEM professional? So it's obvious, women can be into STEM fields, and an engineer or a STEM professional looks like you. So welcome to the STEM world. So with this, I would like to greet every one of you who are in this session to the STEM areas, and we welcome you and we appreciate your interest and your well-beings in this field. So with this, now what are the reasons to have STEM education for girls? So I'll be focusing on, I've highlighted few points here in my perspective. So there are few reasons, including the capability. So women are equally capable as men. So why cannot they actually have strong intellectual interest? So one reason by which we believe that women can be into STEM is the capability of women. And next point which I would like to highlight is the job or the professionalism. So yes, women in this field have higher opportunities and they have good, proficiency. They have good proficiency, so they can have good paid jobs. So yes, this could be one reason that why girls should opt for STEM fields, because there is more career enhancement and good opportunity in these areas. And next, the point which I would like to highlight here is empowered women, or we can say empowerment. So yes, if women feel actually empowered, so they can be as equal as men and can opt for these STEM fields. And next, the thing is the shining star. So women must shine in all fields and be a role model for the upcoming generation. So I request every one of you, whoever is actually listening to this session, that you all, there's a shining star in one and all of us. we have this shining star in us, and we should, actively participate in transforming this, our proficiency into the coming generations. And by this way, this chain can be on and on. So we are actually celebrating today the women of the past, the women of the present, and the women of the future. So next point is nourishment. So yes, women can opt for STEM fields because they can, further outreach this education or this knowledge to their kids right from the inception of the baby in the womb and create a great future. So these are main reasons by which, girls should opt for STEM education. So coming forward, so again, what is the need for, why there is a need for women in STEM? So firstly, as I mentioned, so there are a few, points which I've highlighted here, because this actually focuses on ever expanding field of opportunities. So STEM education is full of opportunities, as I mentioned earlier. Apart from that, this helps us to fight major problems, which I'll be discussing in coming slides. And it also helps us in improvement in workforce quality. And next, it boosts the economy, whether it's a national or the international scenario. And the next is it acts as a source of inspiration to the coming generations. So these are few, reasons by which we can look forward to a women workforce in STEM fields. So we'll be discussing them one by one. So if we talk about the ever expanding STEM opportunities, so as you know, the STEM field is vibrant and it is always expanding, whether be it a mathematics field or engineering or technology or science. So we have, a daily or, the vibrant interest or the inventions that are coming up over time. So this is ever expanding, and it, opens up a great arena of opportunities to the people who are into this field. So moreover, the knowledge of the, vital technologies will actually help women to get better understanding of the technologies, as well as they can bring power to the world. So that way it opens up various opportunities in this domain. Then if you talk about fighting major problems, so highlighting onto the point that the theme of this year's International Women's Day is the women in leadership, and basically highlighting the contributions of women in COVID-19, this pandemic. So the theme highlights here is the major problem, that is COVID-19. It abruptly, entered to our lives. So actually this year we are celebrating the women's contribution in this COVID-19, how we are fighting with this COVID-19 pandemic. So this is one kind of why we need women in STEM. So fighting major problem. In current scenario, it is COVID-19. So thereby, there are many social problems around us. So if we have women in STEM fields, they can contribute their bit and, ensure that we can apply the knowledge of STEM domains and, highly actively participate in solving the major problems of the earth. So the involvement of women provides fresh perspectives onto the problem, and this can, this also highlights that women can effortlessly collaborate with men as well as women to ensure a better future for the planet. So coming forward to the next point, that is improvement in workforce quality. So if we have educated women belonging to STEM fields, so we can actually think around, for the economic environment of the world today, it's very competitive. So if we have proficient women and good, workforce quality, so we can jointly contribute to, find solutions, find technological or scientific solutions to the problems that exist around us. So such talent pools are known to bring in a different perspective upon the daily functions that include innovating and developing products. So, women can actually have good contribution in building up a great workforce in the international as well as at a national scenario. So if we talk about the next point, that is boost for the economy. So definitely if we contribute to STEM fields, so definitely it will help our countries to prosper and to develop in such a way that we can actually boost the economy of our nations. So that way, coming to the next, that is the last point, which is the source of inspiration for the upcoming generations. So see, we have many role models or shining stars around us. We can count them on tips. Okay, so that all actually builds up, a source of inspiration. So that way, it is very important for us to celebrate the women who have actually contributed, and that can really help the coming generations to aspire and to engage into STEM fields. So that way we can actually help us to spread this word that women are the future of tomorrow. So now coming that what stops girls from choosing these STEM fields. So there are various reasons for such a bigger constitution of women in STEM. So the prime reason is the lack of practical experiences, or could be the stereotype thinking of the families, or could be the stereotype thinking of the society, which actually does not promote women to opt for STEM careers, and they choose other secondary options of education, and further that stops them to continue in STEM fields. So highlighting more into this is the what so I would just like to highlight the figures by professional fields. So I've just highlighted here, like talking about the engineering backgrounds. So if you see for the mechanical engineers, so there are only 7.9% women who are actually mechanical engineers. So you can just see the figure is very low. Then we talk about electrical and computer hardware engineers. So there's the percentage is 10.7. Then civil architecture is 17.5. Chemical, we have a bit more, 22.7. And then we have environmental science engineers, that is 33.8. So the maximum, contribution, or we can say the women percentages into this field. So this actually calls upon, to a great motivation or inspiration that we can spread to the younger generations to opt for these fields and contribute, into various disciplines. So this actually highlights that the statistics of women in STEM careers is quite low, and we need to, spread this word in such a way that more and more women can choose to STEM careers. So now so what are the main major barriers? What stops women to choose STEM career? So one is lack of encouragement. Second, they think that there is a talent deficit in women. And the third point, which I would like to highlight, is the role model shortage. So, discussing on to them, and in this session, we are here to provide solutions. So I will not only highlight the problems or the barriers, but I'll provide some solutions by which we can overcome these barriers in a constructive way. So talking about the first one, that is lack of encouragement. So we know that this is a problem. So we need to work upon that. So I encourage all the members or all the participants who are here to please, contribute in a bit, and just, let's overcome these barriers over time. So you all can really help us. So these are the possible solutions that I would like to highlight in this deliberation. So the first is that we can invest in an infrastructure in order to, make inclusive access to technology. So we can, help women to get high technological, acceptance in such a way that they can stay updated. They can, they can be encouraged through various virtual or, workshops or any other mode of, encouragement. So that can really help women to opt for, overcome this barrier. And next thing, what we can do is we can integrate technology in the classroom. So that way, they'll get, you can say, familiarized with what higher technological innovations are taking place. So that way we can help to overcome this barrier and promote women in this area. Then apart from that, we can provide hands-on training which can provide real world experience about STEM fields to women. So that way we all can actually contribute in this, and in our contribute in this way by either organizing some summer camps, virtual workshops, or after school activities. So that way we can help the young girls to overcome this barrier of this lack of encouragement and opt for various STEM fields. So going to next is the talent deficit. So if this is a barrier, so there are probable solutions which I would like to highlight here is that we can actually help have some scholarships or some grants that can actually target women to increase the opportunity for them, and they can overcome they can actually enhance their skills in that way. So one possible reason is to have some scholarship or grant schemes. Apart from that, we can promote STEM education by highlighting the social impact of science and its role in solving world's pressing problems. So one great example of today could be COVID-19. So what vaccine research is going on, what awareness we can do So that way we can have some speaker series. For example, the kind of platform that this Swarnandhra College of Engineering Technology is providing. So this is one kind of, mode of, advancement that that can reach to people. So that way we can, help to familiarize and to enhance the skills of women. So that way we can, work on these parameters. Apart from that, we can provide venues to network, learn, and share peer experiences. So we can have some, we sharing experiences also, that is women in engineering sharing experiences, by which we can communicate, talk on what challenges what one has faced in life. So that way it can really help, the younger generations to overcome this barrier of talent deficit. And so we can organize some conference and professional society meetings as we are here gathered here. Apart from that, the third barrier is the role model shortage. So yes, this is the major barrier which is largely observed in women. So how can we overcome this barrier is that we can build some virtual mentoring platforms to connect to women students and with inspiring women. So this largely works because the experiences speak itself. So that really helps to build up that connect with the younger generation, and we can have these virtual or physical or hybrid mode mentoring platforms. So these days, as we are into this COVID pandemic, so virtual mentoring has largely helped in the last year. So we can further continue if these platforms are more accessible to people, to reach people. So apart from that, we can again have some internship programs that can allow them to connect with women at all levels, be it entrepreneur, be it a businesswoman, be a woman in science or woman in technology or woman in engineering. So any discipline, one should be free to explore, have role models of any discipline. It could be an astronaut, could be a writer, or could be anyone. But that role model shortage is a barrier, and we need to overcome and largely spread the word of women to have a plenty of opportunity for the dialogue. Apart from that, we can have some fellowship or some grant scheme to cultivate leadership and professional coaching for women professionals. So this also largely helps because it is observed that women, they are shy, they don't discuss, they lack in the leadership qualities. So by having some leadership or some, communication mentoring programs can really help women to opt for leadership, and they can come forward to express their, talents and their, whatever interest they have. So this, we really need to work on all these three major barriers which I have discussed here. And I need your support and, this need to be outreach to the masses. So we all can, help in spreading this word to the audience. So moving ahead, so, we have some troubleshooting flow chart, which I have just, drafted here in my perspective. So firstly, what we can do is, firstly, we can have a role model at a primary stage. This will really help, children to build up their dreams and choose their careers. So role model at a primary stage really helps. Apart from that, we can have STEM adoptable to young undergraduate students like BTech or, at 12th grade. So that way, young undergraduates can learn about science privileges and, they can imagine their career path in these STEM careers. Apart from that, we can have some diversity trainings like could be, app development, could be website development, these kind of short-term programs which can, help the younger generations to adopt and to just get used to technological innovations that are going around. And as I said earlier, the mentorship program can, help the female graduate students and postdocs to opt for a great career in these areas and, showcase their maximum talents that they have and the skills they can utilize and just achieve great avenues in these fields. And largely, we need to address the stereotype and the society effects, which can help to, address the stereotype and their effects by providing, good STEM opportunities and advantages to women. So our governments are, really helping and contributing in this by providing various opportunities in STEM careers. So that is really helping to boost the figure of women in these STEM fields. And so far, I would like to share with you that our governments are really doing great. The Department of Science and Technology is really doing great efforts in this area, and even IEEE, that is Women in Engineering Affinity Group of IEEE, is contributing largely to communicate the STEM careers and engineering careers to the masses, and their contributions are really appreciable, and that has really boosted women in these areas. So coming forward, so there is a a leaky pipeline, STEM pipeline, which is leaking badly. This is a kind of concept which I would like to just make you understand that what is actually happening. Why we have very less women in STEM professionals. So what happens that due to the societal barriers or stereotype thinking. So this is kind of STEM pipeline is an example in which we actually see that, for example, here there are 40 lakh, 40 lakh, more than 40 lakh students at the women students till 9th or 10th grade. But what happens when this education line prospers and they reach to graduate level, or they they do their post graduation, undergraduation? So what we observe is that the professionals are really the number decreases to even 1%. So why is this happening? Because of the family, the societal barriers. So this is a kind of STEM pipeline which actually demonstrates that we have women which are actually they are interested, but due to various reasons they are not able to continue further. So this is the example. So what we can do in this area, that how we can prevent this leaky pipeline to just overcome the barriers. So the points that need to be thought about is that we need to discuss on nature versus nurture aspects. Nature clearly states that women is women can be as equal as men, but the nourishment or the nurture that family or the society gives can really help to boost these numbers. Apart from that is that the bias unbound in academia. So these days there is no biasness in academia. So we can have women to adopt these STEM careers, and the negative stereotype thinking by family or society needs to be changed over time, which can really help these figures to get enhanced, and we can have good women professionals in STEM areas. So further, I would like to discuss and showcase a few of the role models which actually contributed in the STEM careers. So just to share a few of them. So we have Pooja Chandrasekhar. She's the young computer scientist and advocate. Then we have Mae Jemison. We have some international participants also. So we have some role models from international scenarios. So we have Mae Jemison. She's the first African-American woman to travel to space. Then we have Dr. Jedida Isler. She's the first African-American woman to earn a PhD in astrophysics from Yale. So next we have the Nobel Prize for Math. She's again a woman. Then we have Queen of Startups at Silicon Valley, again a woman, and many more. So now talking into STEM areas in a national scenario. So we have great scientists, which I would like to highlight here. We have Dr. Chandrima Saha. She is the chairperson and president for the Indian National Academy of Sciences, India. Then we have Professor Gagandeep Kang, Dr. Tessie Thomas. So these are, great names and great contributions of these women that we celebrate today on International, Women's Day. So we should celebrate. So we have great role models at a national perspective if we talk about. So why cannot the other women or the younger generations can contribute? Obviously they all can, but they lack encouragement and lack of opportunity. So we all should contribute in providing those opportunities to younger generation such that they can pursue their career in these STEM fields. So moving ahead, talking apart from these STEM fields, we have women achievers in various other domains also. If we talk about India, so we have Kalpana Chawla, we have the Pratibha ma'am, she the 12th president of India, then Savitribai Phule, then we have the Simuday Sapkal, she's the mother of orphans, Nari Shakti Puraskar, she has been awarded. Then we have various other IPS, IS, we have Kiran Bedi ma'am, she was the first IPS woman. So these all are the, there is no shortage of role models today. So we have many names in the list. We just need to get inspired from all of them. And we can choose, the career or the interest based on the interest we have, women can pursue their education and their skill-based learning. So moving ahead, so I will be, highlighting few of the women in STEM scholarships and grants which are available globally, which can really help the, participants to get an insight of a few, great opportunities that the governments and the are actually providing us. So talking about the grants and scholarships globally, so, there are, I've listed few of them. And as we have Technip India Limited Scholarship, which is about 20,000 per month. So we have Thankhur Women Scholarship, Lady Tata Education Scholarship, then Adobe Research Women in Scholarship Program. Then we have Pragati Scholarship, Fair and Lovely Scholarship. So these are various fellowships which are dedicated to women, and they can actually help the women to adopt, pursue these STEM careers. Then we have Prabha Dutt Fellowship. Then we have Belgium Hazrat Mahal National Scholarship. Then L'Oreal India for Young Women in Science Scholarship. Then we have Indira Gandhi Scholarship for Single Girl Child, Clinic Plus Scholarship, Intershala, DST Women Science Fellowship for pursuing the higher educations like doctoral programs. Then we have postdoctoral programs also for dedicated to women, that is from DST Women and Scientist Fellowship, that is WASB scheme. Then we have Abhilasha Scholarship. Then we have Dr. Reddy Foundation Sashakt Scholarship. So, the government is really putting great efforts. It's only that the lack of encouragement is there among masses. So now talking about the other, initiatives where women are actually shining like stars. So talking about the women entrepreneurs and government initiatives for the other fields, talking behind, the STEM careers. So we have the, great woman who is the basically the chairperson and MD at Biocon India. So she is basically the first Indian company to manufacture and export enzymes to US and Europe. So a woman is leading this company. So you can just imagine that a great entrepreneur is from India who is achieving great heights. Then next is the Legit Popper, a common example that I would like to highlight here. It is again the, the initiative which is started by a woman. This Legit Popper is the India's oldest cooperative supporting women and started by a woman. So there are various fellowship schemes like Women Entrepreneur Quest Fellowship, then Atal Innovation Mission, Bhartiya Mahila Business Bank is there, then Stree Shakti package is there, then Stand Up India. So there are various initiatives which are for the women to, excel in the entrepreneurship areas as well. So talking further, I would again like to, highlight some very powerful women in the world. So to count a few here, we have the Angela Merkel. She's the Chancellor of Germany. Then we have Christine, the President of European Central Bank and Managing Director of IMF. Then we have Nancy, she's the Speaker of the US House Representative. Then we have Ursula, she's the President of European Commission. Then we have Mary, the CEO of General Motors. We have Melinda, she is the founder of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. We have Abigail, she is the President and CEO of Fidelity Investments. We have Ginny, CEO of IBM. Then we have Marilyn, she's the CEO of Lockheed Martin. So all these, so these are few names and there are many in the list. So it's again just to inspire you all that the sky is the limit, and we all can excel in our fields and grow at great heights. So now a few tips for the time management for women, because what we feel that women is, again, to be a woman is a challenging task and to manage all the responsibilities. So, there are a few tips and tricks which I would like to highlight in this session. So, we can make a habit of, waking up early, then we can have some, set time limit for every day single task. So we can actually have a schedule in which we can prioritize the task. Then we can track down the calendar, keep backup plan for tricky situations, and we can have at least 1 hour every day to yourself, and we can build up a friendly environment with colleagues. So these tips and tricks I would just like to mention here, and this can really help you to manage time and still hold up with all the responsibilities that you are doing. So apart from that, I would like to, highlight few motivational cinematic movies for women in STEM. So, we can go back and just watch these movies and you can enjoy whatever you do. And just, keep yourself engaged and open your mind, think big and embrace the world with its infinite beauty. So this way, you can, help the younger generations to get motivated. So there are a few, movies. So the latest one, which I would like to count upon here, is the Shakuntala Devi 2020, a great mathematician. So this movies, these kind of movies can really help you to just think that women has really excelled in many fields, and we should all, celebrate, promote, and just communicate this message to the younger generations. So with this, I would like to highlight a few activities that we have been doing at the IEEE Delhi section region. So we have organized various virtual talks, and we have featured many women speakers all over the globe who have actually, helped us to share their keynote talks, and they have really motivated the women community. And so we actually celebrate IEEE Women in Engineering members and the community of IEEE. So apart from that, we have also engaged into V outreach, in which we go to schools. These are few schools of the Punjab and Chandigarh region. So we go to schools, we organize sessions, we talk on and we try to promote the skill-based learning to the students. So that way, we have also organized the virtual talk series, which features the women speakers. And these all help to connect, support, and inspire women leaders. So with this, we should think that these all initiatives actually help to ignite, inspire, empower, and engage women. And we can, have few quotes, guidelines, which can actually help us to motivate women in this area. So we should all believe that we all can do it, and we should have that confidence on ourselves, and just nothing can stop you then. So next, this is one quick exercise which I would like to just, I often ask all the participants to help. This can really help you to motivate yourself. So for self-motivation, you can just, do this exercise in such a way that it will really help you. So the exercise is like, it's simple, that you just need to say that, yes, I'm Anupma, I'm a woman, I'm uniquely and beautifully made, I'm empowered, I'm going to make a change in my world, and it starts from now. So this way, these lines can really help you to get self-empowered, and this can help you to, take right decisions and to just, stay empowered. So if we say that, we want change in the society, we want change in the world, so we should understand that the change actually starts from us, within us. Okay, so be the change you want to see. So it is simply, rightly said that hum badlenge to yug badlega. So that way we can actually work on ourselves and just stay motivated and inspired, and that way we can change the society as well. So with this, I would like to conclude my session, and thank you very much for inviting me here. And I would like to, especially mention Dr. Madhu. So sir has really, this is a great initiative which is taken by the student branch, and thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Over to you. Yes, sir.
There are some more questions in the chat box, madam.
Yeah, sure. I'll just see them.
Yeah. First question is, what is the most stressful part about working at women empowerment?
Stressful part in my perspective is the lack of encouragement. So it is really difficult to speak to women who are who are shy. They don't like to open up much. So this lack of encouragement is a very stressful part that we have been facing over the years. And since my IEEE journey is not that long, it's just 5 years from now. So we have faced many stressful situations like this in schools and colleges, but still, we try to pull up their interest in these areas, and we try to encourage them by, showcasing the technology, by showcasing, the tips and tricks. So that helps to encourage women. Yes, sir.
Thank you, madam. Second question is, while the work life of the women is comparable with men, women will be balance their family and include their job, but the appreciation and compensation for the women is always less than men. Right?
Yes, see, this culture has been started long back. So, yes, it is true that women are not appreciated, and eventually men are appreciated more. But the change has to be, started from, should start from us. So today, this is the reason this International Women's Day is celebrated to appreciate, to celebrate women for whatever they are doing, whether it's at a personal level or a professional level. So yes, it is true that it is less, but that is because of the stereotype thinking. Again, I would like to highlight, but this we all can change. So thank you, Nitya, for this question, and I really appreciate your thought on this and for raising this here. But yes, we all need to contribute in this and overcome this question. So we all can really do it.
And one more question is there. What are the
Yes.
key skills that are vital to men when pursuing entrepreneurship?
Yes, nice question. So key skills that are vital to women for pursuing entrepreneurship is, first thing is you should have you should accept risk factors, because entrepreneurship is something that you work on your skills, you think of a technology. If you talk about technical entrepreneurship, then definitely you are talking about something, technological innovation that you are working upon. So one thing is that you need to have proficiency in the field. One key skill is to have proficiency in whatever entrepreneurship disciplines you are thinking, whether it is a catering business or a technical business or any electrical electronics business. So first thing is the proficiency in the field. Second thing is you should be open to risk, because entrepreneurship is something that you are just starting your idea, building up your idea, and so one factor is to have that capability of taking risk. And third thing is that you should, have the faith. You should have patience, because in entrepreneurship, it takes time to grow because the market competitiveness is really high. Okay, so to build up your space in market, so you need to have great ideas and patience to achieve them over time. So these are few key skills that women can work, but yes, there are many great women entrepreneurs that I've already discussed few names in the presentation. So that way, we can have great role models in these fields that can really helps us, so we can read about them and just get to know what challenges they have faced during their careers.
Thank you, ma'am. Participants, if you have any queries, please unmute yourself and then ask. Interact with the speaker. Participants, you can interact with the speaker.
Yes.
Yeah, hi Anupma, Madhu here. It's not a question actually, one clarification. In your words, actually, what you will feel the difference between feminism and women empowerment?
Okay. See, in my perspective, women empowerment is a constructive way of saying that yes, women are dominated at various levels. So, by saying women empowerment, we are actually holding women and helping them to grow and providing avenues and opportunities to help them to opt in various careers. For say it's a STEM career. But if you talk about feminism, so it is something like, more corely stating that only women, only women, only women. So we are here discussing, and I personally believe that we are here talking about women empowerment. So that way, it is a constructive way of just upholding women and helping them to grow and achieve their interest and goals of life. So yeah, we are talking here about women empowerment, and IEEE and IEEE community, they all work in this direction of women empowerment.
Yeah, thanks for the clarification. Yeah, thanks
Yes.
Anupma. And
Thank you
it's
so
a nice
much.
session actually. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, Navi.
What progress have you seen on gender equity in your life and work? Can you please explain?
Yeah, gender equality. Yes, it is. in present world, it has improved very largely. And this year's theme also focuses on gender equality. So yes, if we talk about government schemes, okay. So yes, they are working in this direction, and they are one great example that I would like to highlight here. Say if we talk about Department of Science and Technology, so yes, they are working on gender equality. They are in they have special schemes for women to again enhance their numbers in STEM careers. So this could be one live example of gender equality. But still, we need to. There are some stressful parts of life also, and in such a way that there are disciplines where we can see the ratio of women is very less as compared to men. So again, we need to work upon all those parameters. But yes, one day we all things will change, and we believe to have that bright future, coming very soon, because we are happy that the numbers of women in STEM as well other disciplines are increasing, because they are actually getting encouraged, inspired by great progress that women are doing in various disciplines. And this will really, one day build up a great gender equality. Yes, Navi.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, anyone else?
Here is another question from participants, ma'am. What are some of the issues that are faced by women in India?
Okay, as I already discussed, so issues are firstly the women get less. They believe they get less opportunities at family and society levels. Okay, so starting in the primary age, they are actually discrimination is done based on their career choices. So this is one issue that women face. Then second is access to technology is less to women at a younger age, so we all need to work on that. And the other issue is majorly is the lack of encouragement. Then we believe that women have the family or the stereotype thinking stays that women have less technical or interest based capabilities, so it is thought that way, and it is believed that women can be a good homemaker only, but it is not the same today. A woman, a homemaker woman is can be a technologist, can be an engineer also. So that way the thinking needs to be changed, and it has changed largely if you talk about today's world. So we have great women around us. So that way, these issues have been changing over time, and I really appreciate the families and the society which are helping us to overcome the issues that women face. So we appreciate them as well.
Thank you, ma'am.
Participants can interact with the speaker. She is very good expert in research.
Good evening, ma'am. This is Dr. Murthy Veerasamy.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Now, in all aspects, in all fields, the women are playing the key role.
Yes, sir.
Then, where we are lagging to promote this woman empowerment, I want to know that. Still, we are in I feel that still we are in lagging. And
yes, sir.
Another one, as a opposite gender, how can I facilitate them to become a woman empowerment?
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you for the questions. So, firstly, as you said that why we are lagging. So, yes, sir, you truly mentioned that we have women at key roles at various disciplines and various levels. But we need to understand that we have extensive population which is not having that access to opportunities and access to technology. So at that level we are lagging. So it is very important to promote this women empowerment, or women related schemes at a very primary and younger disciplines. So yes, these outreach activities can really help us to have women to choose careers based on their interest. So that way, one thing is that we are lagging at a very primary levels. So we need to work on that. And the other thing, as you stated, that what is that how can we help women to get empowered? So that is again by outreach that we can do, whether it's a mentoring program, whether it's a virtual mentoring program at undergraduate level, graduate or postdoc. And we can organize some leadership based sessions also in order to build confidence in women, such that they can believe and they can actually have strong decisions to plan their career and other aspects as well. So that way we can achieve this women empowerment goal. And like today, this International Women's Day is being celebrated around the globe. So that way various initiatives are being done, like whether they're organizing quiz, they're organizing some poster designing competitions, just to celebrate and spread the word of women empowerment globally. So that way these initiatives will really help women to opt for great careers and to choose whatever discipline they want to adopt.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Instead of saluting them, I want to give a hand to them, first of all.
Yes, sir, sure. That will also greatly help.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you.
Any questions from the participants?
Hi, ma'am. I'm Dr. As a woman, our talk is really motivated to break the barriers. So I'm really, there is somewhat touched with you said some reason due to lack of encouragement and role model shortage. It's really touched with me. So in this time, I'm very much thankful to for sharing your knowledge with us, ma'am. Really useful for us. And my question is, nowadays, many of the courses are opening related to artificial intelligence. Now you are a researcher, came to know that. So could you tell about the opportunities of women in artificial intelligence, ma'am?
Yes, so thank you, ma'am, for the question. So yeah, if we talk about the new disciplines coming up and just changing the various technologies that we already have today. So one of them is AI, then we have deep learning, machine learning, then data science. So all these disciplines which you are talking about, they are actually at just popped in, and they will change the future at a large scale. So yes, if you talk about IIT Delhi, so recently this year they have started the MS and BTech, that BTech courses in artificial intelligence. So that way, these great fields have just started from the graduate level itself. So that way, these initiatives, and there are various other training programs, various Google initiatives. Google is taking initiative, IBM, then we have Microsoft. So they all are arranging these kind of internship and mentoring programs and dedicated short-term courses on this field, such that people can learn and work upon these fields, because the future lies in these areas only. So that way, at our research institute, that is CSIR CSIO, so we have a dedicated division which works on this computational intelligence. So we have various department here, which and research groups who are working in this area, and utilizing these areas in earthquake, prediction. Then we have the image processing, and they are using it in image processing. Then various other animal detection at various national parks and other areas. So there are various then they are working on this color detection, color recognition, then imaging, and various other schemes like Even in the water remediation and treatment, these days AI is being used in order to protect the levels of carcinogens and other heavy metals. So that way this AI machine learning is has abruptly and has come into these disciplines, and various academia and industry are actually chasing the goals to have a bright future. So that way, various programs are into progress, and we believe that these various women in these areas can excel and contribute to society.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Any other questions, participants? Any other questions, participants? Please unmute yourself and ask. Thank you very much, madam.
Yes, thank you so much, sir,
Before
for providing this
going
opportunity.
for a vote of thanks, please switch
Yes.
on all your cameras, please. I want to take a group photo. Please switch on everyone. Participants, please switch on your camera. Want to take a group photo. Shall we start?
Okay, so we can have all participants, if they can turn on their videos, as requested by Dr. Madhu.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, everyone. Pranali?
Sir,
Amit, go with vote of thanks.
yes, sir. Good evening to everyone here presenting. I'm Pranvi from Civil Department of Swarnandhra College, and I'm here to present the vote of thanks for today's webinar on women in STEM Ignite, Inspire, Empower, and Engage. Firstly, I would like to thank our management, secretary, and correspondents, Dr. Godavari, and our beloved principal, Dr. S. Suresh Kumar sir, for giving permission to participate in the webinar, inviting guest lecturers. And also, I would like to thank our HODs of Department of Swarnandhra College of Engineering and Technology for taking time from their busy schedule participating. Also, I would like to thank our webinar speaker, Ms. Anupma for BST Inspire Senior Research Fellow, for delivering and enlightening with their knowledge. Thank you, ma'am. Now, I'd like to thank the Madhu sir, Associate of IEEE Department, who really worked hard for making this event successfully. I would like to thank Dr. J. Mahil ma'am, Professor of IEEE Department, for the support and cooperation. Last but not least, I would like to express my sincere thanks to staff members, students, participants for joining and making this function as a grand success. Thank you all. Second, happy Women's Day, everyone.
Thank you, madam. Participants, please submit your feedback. Feedback link is available in chat box. Thank you, Anupma, for your valuable talk.
Yes, thank you so much, sir, for inviting me.
Thank you.
And thank you, everyone. It was great being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, actually, Anupama, and thank you, Madhu, for your for making us to get connected with Anupama, to get aware of the women empowerment things. Thanks. Thank you.
Participants, please fill the feedback form. It is available in the chat box. Within a couple of days, you will receive the certificate to your email ID. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, sir. Shall I leave the meeting now?
Yes, madam. Thank you
Yes,
very
sir.
much.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Participants, please fill your feedback.
Sure, sir.